Alright, somebody got said might as well be me. So I seen a post of the legendary Gene Simmons going on a rant about how hip-hop shouldn't be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why does hip-hop have a place in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And there's so many ways that I can approach this, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, why shouldn't we? Like, but there's so many ways that I could approach this, but the simple fact that he said, do you think rock and roll should be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? You know, we shouldn't be in there. I'm not from the ghetto. Yeah, he said something like that. You know, I'm not from the ghetto. Not from the ghetto. Let me tell you something. Oh, and in case y'all don't know who Gene Simmons is, he's one of them punk-ass motherfucking, faggoty-ass motherfucking, ugly-ass motherfucking, racist-ass motherfucking, just despicable-ass motherfuckers, yeah, who partakes in colonization, you know what I mean? Gene Simmons is one of those motherfuckers that is a member of the legendary rock and roll group Kiss. You know, the guys who dress like they from fucking bumfuck across the galaxy and put paint and stuff on their face and walk around sticking their tongue out at little girls and stuff like that. Yeah, him. Check this out, Mr. Simmons. If that's really your name, because I'm going to start addressing a lot of you motherfuckers as I should. Because I don't even think a lot of you motherfuckers is from Earth, but that's another subject. Check this out, Mr. Simmons. First of all, do you even belong in rock and roll? Because rock and roll come from the ghettos then. You know what I mean? Rock and roll comes from people that look like me. And people that look like me that wasn't always born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You know? Chuck Berry. You know what I mean? What's my boy, the Howlin' Wolf? You know what I'm saying? Muddy Waters. You know what I'm saying? People from down south that was getting lynched. Sometimes had to play music to get themselves out of lynchings. That's where rock and roll come from. And hip hop is a spawn of rock and roll. So, I mean, if hip hop don't have its own, first of all, hip hop should have, I do agree with you. Hip hop don't belong in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But until we get our own Hall of Fame, we going in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Fuck you mean, boy. The hell is wrong with you? How could you have something like that come out your mouth? You know, I used to like Kiss. And that's why I'm kind of deterred behind your statement. Because I don't understand how could you say something as low vibrational as, I'm not from the ghetto. Do you think rock and roll belongs in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame? It could. Because we sample everything in hip hop. So yeah, it could. It definitely could. If we had a Hip Hop Hall of Fame, rock and roll artists can definitely pop up in there. Yeah, if they making the right tempo and making the right type of music, it could. Music that we've sampled, it could. But I just don't like when people like you say things like that when you, Mr. Simmons, are benefiting from something that was made in the ghettos by people that look like me. Dig that.